what I was like, oh, he already changed it. Cool. And once again, you were out of water.
Remember when I went downstairs to get water?
Oh. Sorry.
I didn't get water.
Okay. Let's get up this room too. Get rid of all these extra fans now. It's too cold for them. Unless they're like these things.
Q.
Right there. Nice. That's fine.
Gotta get that seed.
Annoying. When is Saturday? Are we gonna keep it? We'll figure it out this week.
Yeah, we can episode this week.
So Saturday is the clean first.
Oh.
Hi, welcome to Kohi Beans, the best anime podcast here on the West Coast. I'm Alina.
Why are you limiting yourself like that? I'm Josh. On the West Coast.
That's what you say.
I say all over the world.
Okay, well, you have said different variations of West. The West.
West.
The West Hemisphere? Oh.
This part of North America.
This part of North America and this specific city.
This side of the hemisphere.
Yes.
This side of the solar system.
Mm-hmm. Milky Way universe.
We got to keep adding magnitudes of distance.
Mm.
Eventually, we'll be the best anime podcast in this multiverse.
Wow. There's other multiverses out there, huh? All right. Well, hello. Good evening. So, free talk.
Hold on, before we get started, don't forget our social media pages where you can check us out, just in case we go live next time.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not here to see it.
That's true. We have our Twitter, our Instagram, our YouTube. What else is there? Facebook.
Yeah, you can join all of those and keep up with us.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, let's do our free talk. What's up?
A lot. Isn't the season starting to end soon?
This current season?
Yeah, this core, right? I think it is.
I don't know.
I've heard my friends talking about how they're gonna binge watch Haikyuu, so I think it's gonna end soon.
Why are they binge watching Haikyuu?
They just wait for it to all be finished and then they watch it in one go.
The entire season?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's half a season this time. I'm not entirely sure. But they did mention something about watching it, so I feel like it's my cue of like, oh, it's ending soon. Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like if you really like a show, you would watch it weekly when it comes out.
I don't know. Some people like to just watch it at once. And then besides, like, in Western media, like Netflix, they only release it at like one time at the end. So some people are used to that. And other people who like can't wait for to watch all of it, you know? So they were like, I'm just gonna wait till the end.
To be honest, I've never been much of a binger myself.
Sometimes I like to do it, actually. Especially in like high stakes weekends, like the weekend before midterms or final exams. That's like all I did for like an evening. And then I went back to studying.
Back to studying.
Back to studying.
Likely
What's that?
story.
I know, right? Yeah, but that's how I got into a bunch of different series. I would just pick something at random and binge watch a couple episodes.
I kind of burn out after like 4 or 5 episodes. I feel like it's time for something else. Unless it's like, actually, I watched the entirety of One Piece in about 2 weeks. I caught up to Dressrosa. No, not Dressrosa. Like the time skip happened, I think.
Okay, after Marineford. That's pretty rare, though. I mean, One Piece is so long. But you already knew about it, so.
I didn't know anything about it.
You didn't?
No, I just... Well, okay, I knew it as a kid.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You weren't like going into it completely blind.
I didn't, but I went from episode 1.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It was a long journey.
It's even been a couple years since Lynn, so that's long.
I miss those days, you know? It's like winter break, nothing's going on. You got a blanket, you got a TV, and you've got Netflix. That was actually good back in the day. You just go to town and, you know, you don't feel like doing anything but just sitting there and watching something. I feel like I don't get that anymore.
I see.
I feel kind of guilty doing that. If that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. But I get like burnt out watching like more than 20 minutes at a time sometimes.
20 minutes of anything?
Kind of. That's why I'm not as into movies, because it just seems like an hour or 2 hours is too long for me to pay attention. Or like how one episode, like 1 hour per episode, I'm like, it's a little long. So unless it's really good, like I don't really go out there for it. Kind of depends though. All right, well, you said Ipa updated this week, right?
Yeah, it's still more bullshit.
Aww.
We already talked about it earlier.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah, not to worry about Ippo.
It's forever hiatus.
It's forever on hiatus. You know, manga dies sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst hiatus that I've heard of, but okay. All right. I don't really have any updates myself, other than I'm getting myself up to watch like 4 different series within like the next few days.
Okay, well, let's ponder a random question about anime. Go.
Me? Okay. A random question about anime. What genre would you like to be in?
Pass.
Pass? Alright, that's a lame
Passing
question.
that question.
Alright, you give me a question then.
Alright, I'll give you a question. Let's see. Okay, fuck, marry, kill.
Okay.
So we'll each give each other 3 characters, and you have to decide.
For a second, I thought you meant like a series, and I was like, whoa. I was like,
marry this series.
Kill all of One Piece, you know?
All right. Levi Ackerman.
Ugh. I'm already in disdain.
Let me see. Shikamaru from Naruto.
Okay. And one more.
And Genos from One Punch Man.
But it's all pretty bad choices except for Shikamaru.
Well, I mean, it has to be like all together, like, you know, either all really good or all really bad, or else it's not a very good question.
Okay. How's it go? Fuck, marry, or kill. Great. I never liked this game, actually. I'll marry Shikamaru because he's the only reasonable one.
He's got a job.
Yeah, he's got a job. Yeah, he's all right. Not terrible. Not bad. Shikamaru is pretty stable within his whole ninja career, right? He wins some. He kind of loses. Not that much. Not often. Sure, I'll fuck the robot, and then and I'll kill Levi.
You'll kill Levi? Ooh. Why? What's your reasoning? Why would you kill Levi?
He's the one I have the least interest in.
Really?
Kind of.
I kind of took you for a Levi a Levi kind of girl.
Not exactly. Nah, I don't really like his character that much.
What? Why not?
He's alright, but there's just like some aspects. Okay, it's just my gripes with the writing of Attack on Titan sometimes is kind of weird. I don't know if it's just the translations, but it comes off really awkward at times. Mostly him. And also what I've read of the series too. I'm just like, nah, I'm not really interested. Alright, here, yours will be what characters can I give you? Alright, 10-10.
10-10. Alright.
Let's see, 10-10. Anime only? Oh.
No. It doesn't have to be anime only.
Okay. 10-10, let's say Riku from Final Fantasy X. Or 10X, if you just want that specific outfit. And one more. Ooh. I'm saying Nami.
No, wait, okay, so 10-10, Nami. And who?
And Riku from Final Fantasy X.
Riku from Final Fantasy X. Marry Riku, fuck Nami, and kill 10-10. That's pretty easy.
That's so mean.
No, that's so easy. That's so easy.
That's true. I didn't think about it very hard.
Okay, your turn. One more.
One more?
Yeah. Okay, one more. Let's have Brock from Pokemon. That's one. Let's have I'm trying to think of somebody you'd cringe at really bad.
There's a lot I would cringe at though. Hello.
Hi.
We're playing one of the worst games out there.
Brock from Pokemon. Let's have Yagami Light from Death Note. And let's have Shinji from Evangelion.
I mean, I barely know anything about him. Okay.
Oh, you don't need to know much about him.
That's true. Poor guy. It doesn't sound like the best life. Sorry, one more time. So recap. So Shinji from Evangelion. Brock from Pokemon. And who was the middle one? You forgot too, huh?
I forgot. Oh my god. Come on.
Shinji, Brock.
Oh, Yagami Light.
Oh, Yagami Light. Okay, that's easy actually.
Actually, let's switch.
What?
Let me switch Shinji out for the guy from Noragami, the god.
Yato?
Yato.
Okay.
You have to worry about.
That's a little more difficult.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Shinji.
Dang it. Okay, so marry Brock. I guess.
You've already married Brock.
Yeah, I guess I have it. Look, he can cook. He has a nice resume.
Got it.
He's yeah. You just I guess if Brock gets married, you wouldn't have to worry about anything because you would be married. He seems like a pretty good guy. I mean, we're thinking about anime Brock.
I don't know. He's kind of a skirt chaser.
Yeah, but like that's kind of an anime only thing, you know? Maybe if you base it more on the manga.
If you base it off the anime, he just likes to take his shirt off all the time.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. He wears a vest on top though. Does he take both off?
Ew, got some magic Mike, Brock.
I was wondering. I was like, what? Does he take off the under one and not the top one?
In I think in the second, when you visit him for the second time, the time skip, he just.
Because he's kind of got that like judo style thing going on.
Sure.
Okay,
marry Brock.
Kill Yagami Light.
Okay.
That's easy for me. And then
get it on with Yato.
Yeah, sure. I guess you'd have to be able, like, you'd forget it right away though. Kind of sucks for him. Sorry, Yato.
Who would forget it right away? Forgettable.
Well, no, it's because you're not supposed to remember him. So
right.
Rip. I gotta get back to that series, actually.
Is it still going on?
Yeah, it's still going on. It hit some really good moments, and I just have to get the ending now.
That series is dead.
No, it's pretty good.
Who is still keeping up with it?
I think it's pretty big in Japan still.
It's been way too long since the last season.
Well,
it's been about 4 years.
Well, I had season 2. At least got a season 2.
Season 2 was like 4 years ago now.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not every series gets more than one season.
But
All
still,
right, let me give you.
it's kind of like No Game No Life.
Well, I never got into that one, but yeah.
Huge, what do you call it? Had a huge following for like a few years, and now it's like, where's season 2?
Mm-hmm.
And now nobody's talking about that series anymore.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm giving you Sasuke.
Sasuke,
in honor of the earliest yaoi, like the yaoi fan fiction came out 19 years ago on this day. Apparently,
was it Sasuke?
It was Sasuke, yeah, Sasunaru.
Oh, okay.
It was 2 years before Naruto got officially translated in English too. I'll retweet it on our Twitter page later. But oh man, the comments is really telling of its time. The glomps and everything.
Glomp.
Honorary fanfiction history. So Sasuke, I should spread out some series, huh?
Yeah, we should stop picking Naruto.
Well, that's just easy. Everyone knows about Naruto. Plus, like, half the stuff I have is like reminds me of Naruto too. Who else is there? Let's see.
There's no relevant
after Sasuke
characters here. No,
it's just Sasuke and Sasuke and Sasuke.
Oh, okay. So, I would marry the Sasuke without an arm.
Okay.
I would kill child Sasuke.
Damn.
Easy. And then
because he's too chuny.
I would get it on with the completely sadistic, insane Sasuke with bleeding eyes that shot Karin with this lightning blade in the middle of Shippuden.
I see. You have your specific Sasuke tier list.
Yeah.
Within Sasuke.
It's all based on his hair.
It's not that different.
Oh my god, his Shippuden hair is insanely long, but like in the middle of it, nobody notices. Well, but his hair actually, like from the beginning of Shippuden to like the middle of Shippuden, changes.
It just got longer.
Yeah, it gets more Madarai.
Yeah, but it's still like the chicken butt in the back. Now that doesn't change until the Boruto. Then he gets like emo hair.
Boruto hits and everybody discovers straighteners.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Oh, Gaara, your hair was so much nicer.
I hate Boruto Gaara.
What happened to you? I hope it gets changed in the future or something. It just no. I remember a lot of people are really upset about that.
I know, man. Tamari moved out of the village. No more.
No more.
No more fashion advice for Gaara.
Oh, poor Gaara. They're like, I can't tell him his fashion advice sucks. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get to it. Food.
Boink. Anime food.
Yeah, a very broad and fun subject, actually.
I mean, there's no way we're gonna talk about this topic without talking about the show that is all about food.
I mean, there's a lot of
Toriko.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I haven't seen Toriko.
One Piece, but only the Sanji parts.
Only the Sanji parts and all the meat festivals they have.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone's a vegetarian in One Piece?
Vegetarian,
except for like the
Piece?
minks, I guess.
Well, they never said the minks weren't vegetarians.
That's true.
But
I just think they would be more likely to be vegetarians. But maybe they're not. Maybe not. But Luffy's always all about meat. That protein.
Well, look, when you're pirating out there,
that's true.
You don't need all meat. You need all the
energy
and nutrients that you can get.
But Sanji does make good food, supposedly.
Yeah, but I feel like the whole like he's a chef thing, it was like relevant in the first few arcs that he joined, and over time it's just like, oh, also he cooks.
Yeah, that pisses me off. I liked Sanji more from the pre-time skip, in a sense.
Yeah, exactly right.
Right? Like he had more character to him. Less skirt chasing. Like it's still there, but now it's just like too much.
They definitely watered down his character.
Yeah.
Over time. When he was a chef and he explained like why he's his kicking only, because he doesn't want to dirty his hands.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I was always like, oh, that's so cool. But then his main attack is putting his hands on the floor and kicking in a circle. And it's like, you put your hands on the floor. What do you mean you're keeping your hands clean with your kick powers?
Oh, Sanji. I mean, now he doesn't really do that anymore.
Yeah. Do you remember when his moves were named after like what do you call it? Foods,
Chefs?
Not foods, but
dishes.
It was like different cuts of meat.
Oh no, so I didn't know that.
If he kicked you in the leg, he would say something like, "Oh, this part of the meat, this cut of the meat." Oh, I kicked my PlayStation 4.
Oh no. Rip PlayStation 4. Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he would call it the Kikkakosu.
Oh. But anyways, there's not that much food in One Piece, really. But it is a big thing. I really wanted to win the meat plushie from Crane Games in Japan.
The big old ham.
Yeah. Is that ham?
That always perplexed me.
What? Just like it's on the bone?
Yeah, like what part of the body is that?
I'm sure
is that like the leg?
It's just how they cartoonize meat, huh?
Cartoonified.
Yes. It's cute. It looks fun to like squish, and hit people with. But you do have, let's say Ichiban, Ichiraku ramen.
Ichiraku ramen.
The classic one in
That's
Naruto.
in our daily special today.
Yes. Like a food menu. Ooh.
Yes. They definitely don't give you that much meat in Japan.
No, that's true. Yeah, you have to buy extra for that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Sometimes you only get half an egg and not a whole egg too. Depends.
Yeah, 2 halves of an egg, like, they must be extremely successful to pull that one off.
That's true, yeah.
Half an egg at best, if you're lucky. You're lucky we're not cutting it horizontally.
What?
You get just the yolk and you get the white part on top.
Damn. I kind of just like the white part myself.
Ew.
It's good. I don't like gooey eggs. But anyways, food. Food.
Toriko.
What do you know about Toriko?
I don't know shit about Toriko.
Okay.
It was just for that one-off joke.
All right. Let's talk about Shokugeki then.
Fine. We'll talk about this series that's totally overrated.
It is. You're right. I read it all.
Oh my god, you read it all?
Yeah, I read it all. I didn't watch all of it though. It got really bad as it continued, so I think I stopped after like the first season, second season.
I thought you said you read it all.
I read it all, but I didn't watch it all.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Is it a faithful what do you call it? Adaptation?
Nah, not really. Well, yeah, but it doesn't look good after the second season. So I didn't bother watching it. Like they couldn't bring the same intensity in the manga to the anime. That's just like really lacking, If this moment's supposed to be really intense, like you can't even do that. It's a little disappointing.
It's rough.
Yeah. Like they're supposed to be, so like each chef has like their specialty and their skill. And it's like kind of like they activate it, right? Or they're like, oh, he's going to do something super cool. And they actually draw it pretty well in the manga. But then the anime just couldn't bring that energy like through their animation. Or like they didn't really try that hard. So it just looks kind of boring.
Choppy.
Nah, I guess so. I mean, I didn't watch all of it. I heard the music was okay, but maybe they relied on the music too much to make moments special. But in the manga, you can only really focus on the artwork. And so that's like what stood out there.
Okay.
The main plot kind of sucks though.
I pretty much have nothing good to say about Shokugeki.
Yeah,
so that's all you.
Great. I mean, I kind of really stayed just to learn about the dad. I was like, what is his backstory? And that's basically all I stayed for. It's got like yeah. It has like, when the minor characters have a more interesting backstory than the main cast, like it's not that great. But yeah, there's that. But
okay.
What?
Why do you think this show is so overrated? Or like, why do you think people like this show so much? I actually have no understanding as to why people like Shokugeki. I mean, every time I meet somebody that likes Shokugeki no Soma, they're like, I know it's trash. But I like this,
Yeah.
They just say they like it, and it's just like, what?
I mean, it has some good jokes. The humor's not too bad. The characters all very like, you know, archetypal. Like, oh, there's this cool Ojo-sama. Oh, there's a shy but friendly little, I want to help people girl with braids.
Kill me.
Yeah. But the food science is actually legitimate, I think. Like, there's, the offer researches and has like specific scientists that he reaches out to. So that part is kind of interesting. Like, if you peel away all like the ecchi stuff and things that like don't really make sense or matter, it has some good points.
When you take it all off.
Yeah, pretty much. But it's like like you said, there's not a lot going for it. You just have to specifically kind of like those things. But I think everyone's like aware it sucks. Yeah, the anime just didn't really do a good job, which is really unfortunate and kind of unfair. Like, I mean, it's kind of trash, but even then, I feel like an anime should be a good adaptation. I do this wrong every time. Adaptation of the main like original source, unless it's supposed to go like really different and they state it will, but
or if they enhance it.
That's
the anime
true.
can be better than the manga.
We've talked about this. We did talk about this. Well, any other food ones? Or you want to ask more about Shokugeki?
It's like 4 seasons, right?
I think it's 4 seasons, yeah. I didn't watch it all, so I don't remember like how or if it actually ended all the way to the end of the manga yet. Ooh, Yakitake Japan. That's like an old one, huh?
I have no idea what that series is.
It's like one of the earlier cooking
you know what it
mangas.
Is?
Yeah, I just haven't read it all. Or maybe I kind of feel like I read it a long time ago. Yeah, everyone tells me that they like it. There's also like a bakery specific manga, but I think that's a different one. And Yakitate is just a cooking one, I think. Am I right? Can you tell me more about it? But I think it's like one of the classics, kind of like when that basketball and a manga came out.
Kuroko no Basket?
No, way before that. The first
Slam
one.
Dunk.
Slam Dunk. I think it's like in that kind of era. It came out then. So I don't know that much about it, but it's really good.
What's some food that you've seen in anime? Like what are the most common foods that you see?
Oh yeah, I actually made a small poll about that. Definitely curry is super easy because it's easy in real life,
It's super easy to animate.
Yeah, easy to animate. Yeah, you don't. You just throw blobs into a pot and you stir it, and occasionally characters will be like, I'm gonna add chocolate, I'm gonna add apples. And they're like, whoa, yeah. It makes it so special.
It buys you like 20 seconds of like screen time. Because definitely someone's gonna say like, oh, my family doesn't make it from scratch.
Yeah.
Or like, blah, 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 put an apple in it, just like you said.
Or like chocolate. Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, curry is very like cultural. Like everyone eats curry. It's easy. Everyone knows how to make it. It's easy. You can do it on camping trips and stuff like that. So I think it's very fair that they put it in there. Along with ramen and bakeries. Now, there's a ton of cafes and bakeries in Japan.
Castle in the Sky curry always looked so good to me.
Ooh, yeah. Talking about food and how anime makes food better than what it looks like in real life.
You're talking about Ghibli.
I'm talking about everything.
Weren't you? No, but like specifically, you said something about Ghibli and anime food. And how like people like really like how Ghibli does their food.
Well, it depends. Yeah, there's a lot of different styles of like that one miso company has anime commercials for their miso soup. Like, and it looks hella good, and they also add like an emotional story to it. So you feel like compelled to get it. But I've heard a lot of people talk about how food in anime is supposed to look better than it is in real life. Like, you kind of want things to look different and like special. Yeah, like Makoto Shinkai Foods definitely is one of them. It's just like, when you see people who do videos like, I tried making this food from this anime, like Shokugeki, or like Naruto ramen, and when you compare the animation like screenshot to the actual real life picture, it's never as good. It looks disappointing, you know? I mean, granted, they're not usually like chefs. It's usually like bloggers or like Viz Media and stuff like that. I've seen them do like, I tried to imitate this recipe from Shokugeki. And I was like, it doesn't look appealing at all.
I mean, you can't like perfect the details when you're actually cooking, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
You can't like fix something that looks wrong.
Yeah, that's true. So that's like a lot of people are saying like, wow, like what? How does anime make food look so good? And
Right.
people are like, it's just fair. Like you want to make things look good. There's a whole thread about it I read a long time ago. I can't remember it now, but yeah, that's just like anime is gonna make things look better than real life at times. Imagine a chef with photography skills doing anime food. I can see, yeah, if you have like a whole marketing team,
If you have a background in it,
it can be good. But yeah, if you don't have like good photography skills, it really doesn't look as nice. So if you're a food blogger out there, please get yourself some good photography stuff.
you know, what I always look at when I see it on my feed or social media or whatever.
What food?
People making like in Japan, like when they make like tiny food.
Oh, tiny food, like for hamsters and stuff. That's so cute.
Yeah, they like, oh, here's a little 1 grain of rice to represent an entire bowl of rice. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, that's partly cute to me.
Miniature DIY stuff is getting like more and more popular. I think because photography, like doing it DIY, doing it at home, and making it look more professional is a lot more easier now. So people can play around with that. Also, if you're an artist, it's really useful to do miniature stuff, and like that way you know how to like design a building. I've seen a lot of artists who people are like, they're like, how do you know like the architecture? And they're like, nah, I just take like wood pieces and do like a miniature building, and I just like copy that draw over it, you know.
Makes sense.
Miniature foods are art. They are. Also, making it, I feel like people make it look so easy, but oh my god, I hate it. Like if you do like clay art and I get like my fingerprints on it, I get really annoyed because it doesn't look the same. It's not smooth, right? And I can imagine doing like miniature foods and like putting these tiny things together, these details. It's gonna be so difficult.
So complete change in topic, but having gone to Japan, do you think there's like a food in anime that is like inaccurate to the reality that we had, or like was kind of disappointing?
That's disappointing.
Yeah, like, oh my god, the anime makes this food look so good, but then like at the end of the day, it's like, eh.
I mean, anime can make jam and like jam on toast and like random scrambled eggs look okay, you know. Sometimes it's not that in reality, you know. Like it doesn't taste great, even if it looks good. Sometimes. You
want to know what mine is?
What?
The dango with like that soy sauce over it.
Oh, Mitarashi dango.
I think Mitarashi dango is no.
That is a soy sauce one.
The soy sauce one. Mitarashi dango, I was disappointed.
I liked it though.
I know you like it.
I know you don't like the consistency of it, right? But I knew what Mitarashi dango was for a long time because of thank you D Gray Man for that random bit of knowledge.
I prefer the
Kushidango.
Kushidango. Yeah, the 3 colors.
The 3 color, the green, pink, and white. Yeah. Green, white, and pink. That's the order.
Yeah, so much better. No.
Oh yeah.
It's just nice mushy goodness.
Yeah, that tastes good. I think breads are also a little disappointing sometimes. Like the pan, like melon pan.
Oh, totally.
Like it's so common. Everyone eats it, but like unless I want like a baked good with a coffee or tea, I just don't want to go for it because it's kind of dry half the time.
It is dry.
It's hella cheap though.
It's crusty on the outside.
It's usually less than like, it's like what, max like 100, 120 yen, like $1 basically in US dollars.
You know what looks, gross in anime and in real life?
Natto.
Yes, but also yakisoba pan.
Oh yeah.
That just sounds terrible. Putting putting like fried noodles inside of a bun, like a hot dog bun.
Yeah. Oh, there's a specific word for that kind of bun. You know that?
There's no balance.
Yeah.
You know, it's all like carbs and salt and nothing, you know.
Surprisingly, carbs are hella big in Japanese culture. Like, Italian food is everywhere. Bread's everywhere. I just think because they commute a lot, maybe like they burn it off a lot more just by exercising, by walking to work or going to places. Or they just like it, you know?
Or they just eat less.
Yeah, or they eat less. People ask me if like the portion size is different. I mean, it's definitely not American portions, but it's decent portions. It's not terrible.
Carbs are life. Amen.
That's true. And only, 1 or 2 onigiri could fill me up for like my whole lunch and the rest of the day. I was about to
say my whole life.
Like,
no way.
I mean, hey, okay, if it's a good onigiri, like some of them, yeah.
Salmon only.
Salmon, yeah. Grilled salmon's good. The teriyaki chicken's okay too.
That also surprised me. Brock's jelly donuts. Mm-hmm. When I heard jelly donuts, like I knew it definitely wasn't like jelly donuts, but I had assumed that those were sweets. Mm-hmm. Like the
rice
onigiri,
balls?
Yeah, the rice balls that he had, and he was like, "Oh, let's have some of my jelly donuts." I was like, okay, well, they had to replace it with jelly donuts. That's clearly not a jelly donut, but it must still be a sweet.
Really? But it has rice.
Rice can be sweet.
That's
there
true.
There are a bunch of sweets made out of rice.
That's
rice
true.
Cake.
I know. I guess I always knew rice balls, like onigiri, or like the other word omusubi, are just savory for the most part. You were disappointed? Aww.
Not that I was disappointed. I
Betrayed?
Just didn't expect it. Yeah, I was surprised.
So you can curse Brock in Pokemon Dub.
Curse you, Brock. Curse you people who decided to change rice balls into jelly donuts.
I don't like jelly donuts either.
Hell no.
Nah, it's weird to bite into like a donut and it like jam comes out.
That's not my problem. I just don't like the taste of jelly. But custard, every day of my life, baby. I like a custard donut.
Not that. Custard bud, or like custard pan, I guess. Oh man, my students were telling me there's a specific word for the kind of hot dog bun that's not a hot dog bun, and like you fill it with custard or yakisoba. I forgot the word for it, but they were like, "Yeah, don't you guys have this in America?" And I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, I had to tell them like we don't have that many bakeries, and they were hella disappointed. But surprised, and it makes sense that in anime, people go to like cake cafes and stuff like that because it's actually like everywhere over there, you know. Like I've seen a lot of animes where it's like the girls episode, and they go shopping, and they're like, "Let's go eat cakes." And like,
this cute little cafe patisserie place.
Yeah, like has a specific cake buffet corner, and I was like, that can't be real.
They always get like a fruity cake. It's always like
Asian
kiwis on top.
Yeah, I mean Japanese, Chinese, maybe probably Korean too. Like cakes are kind of fruity. The toppings are, at least. You know, my sister had one last week, a fruity cake for her birthday.
I'm not a fan.
I think it's just how it is, and it's always like whipped cream, not like American frosting, which is like pure sugar. I mean, they're both sugar, but one just tastes better than the other one. Carbs are definitely life, though. Let's see, what else is there? Well, along with Ghibli, and Ghibli it looks okay. I think the Makoto Shinkai style makes it like more magical. I
can't even think about food that has been on a Makoto Shinkai film.
Well, they make breakfast sometimes. That's all.
I can only think about liquids.
Why? Like wine?
I don't know. The water in Garden of Words.
And the
comes
beer?
to mind. They make coffee in that one.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the main protagonist cooks, but like they don't really show what he cooks that often. But that coffee looked pretty damn good.
Yeah, coffee culture in Japan's really big too. Like tea is big, of course, but coffee just as popular as
Coffee is probably king there.
Yeah, like specialty coffee shops and Starbucks, really popular. Starbucks. Their seasonal and limited edition stuff is really popular. It's interesting they have more limited, like seasonal things than they have here, I think. which means like their marketing team must like die all the time.
Or they actually buy it more over there.
Yeah, I guess that means they buy it more over there. But I think it's an expectation now that for food in Japan, there's definitely has to be seasonal things. Like every 2 months, it has to switch to something new. You know, like you see it all the time in the vending machines and the konbinis.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that one pasta that we had from the konbini and it was gone. The pepper one, I think, or what was it?
Pepper.
Yeah, it was like a 4 cheese with pepper on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It was a really good konbini pasta,
Oh my
and then
God.
it was gone, and I was like, no.
Yeah, they went out of season.
Yeah, too bad I had it too late in the season, of like 2 months. But you know, I've heard they made fermented coffee.
That sounds disgusting.
I believe that. Wait, you've told me about that weird coffee.
With the cats?
Yeah, that's so it must be just as bad or good. Bad and good?
Different,
Different,
I suppose.
Well, each to their own, I guess. But yeah, coffee is still really big. Like Caldi, their Trader Joe's equivalent, also has a big coffee section. Yeah.
Anime is all about coffee. You never hear about tea.
You do. It's always the traditional Ojo-sama type who has tea.
Yeah, or old people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like, oh man, it's my lunch break. Time to get a little can of Kohi on the rooftop.
I mean, are you really gonna have enough energy to do like a whole day's work in Japan if you don't have coffee?
You're damn right.
Like my workplace gave us free coffee, Hence the name of this podcast. Yes, exactly.
We've reached full circle.
Kohi beans. Please, coffee. Usually you have a coffee around now too.
Now?
Well, you have a lot. Decaf.
Yeah, you're right. I've switched to decaf.
But it's still coffee.
I don't even think decaf coffee exists in Japan. They're like, what's the point?
Yeah, you're probably right. I can get decaf at Starbucks. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Oh, like their hojicha and like lattes and stuff like that are really good too. Like roasted green tea lattes, kind of. It's a little different, like than just green tea or matcha, and it's specific to Kyoto too. But yeah, I was gonna ask you a question about food, and I forgot.
Hit me.
No, I forgot.
You forgot?
The question. Give me the question. Let's see.
Who's the hungriest protagonist in your mind?
In my mind, Saber. Just kidding. No.
Saber's like reasonably like.
No,
hungry.
she wants to eat all the time. She just doesn't have to, so she like ignores it. But I think Luffy.
Do servants not get hungry?
Servants technically don't need to eat in the Fate universe, but it's enjoyable and it will give them extra energy too. They just don't need to. Except for Saber, because Shiro sucks, so she kind of has to. But he's a good chef, so it worked out. Of course it worked out. But I think Luffy, he always complains about eating, like, he wants meat, right?
He did reach his limit, though.
That's true. He's loud in how he wants food, but he doesn't get it, like, it's always at the end of the arc, right? So,
yeah, he definitely relates food to power.
Yeah, oh yeah, he does.
His body's just like, if I eat, then I energy.
Sasha, potato girl.
Potato girl.
That's true.
Spoilers.
Spoilers? Are you spoiling something?
I won't spoil it. She just nodded no at me. The MC from Excel Saga.
You know that one, right?
Excel Saga?
Is that the Sword Art Online? Like,
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
It's like Sword Art Online. I think it might have been before Sword Art Online.
Does he eat a lot?
He's just fat. I think he does eat a lot.
Oh, that's too bad.
No, this is a different thing. You're thinking Excel World.
Oh, okay.
That's different.
Excel Saga.
I have no idea what this is.
It looks... I feel like I saw a clip of it earlier today.
Maybe Luffy. You don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z, but Goku can eat a mean amount.
I know a little bit, but yeah.
What do you know about Dragon Ball Z?
Oh, please teach us about it one day. Dragon Ball Z. That's the second part of Dragon Ball, right? Or is it a remake?
It's technically the second part.
Second part, right? Goku, Gohan, Krillin. I always thought it was weird how Goku meets his wife.
Why?
Something about it just seemed kind of weird. It
Did
wasn't
your
like
phone?
I guess my phone heard some Goku and saw I was saying Google.
And it looked up. It looked up Gohan and Krillin.
Food. Well, is there a food that you want to eat from anime
that I haven't had?
Sure, or want to eat again, maybe.
In Tatami Galaxy, they eat a Castella cake.
Oh, we've had that though.
We have?
Yeah. Have you not had Castella cake?
I don't think I've ever had a Castella.
Oh, really? I had so many students give me some, so we split it in our work office. Oh, sorry, man.
Sorry, I was not loved.
Well, it's just a pound cake.
Well, I want that pound cake.
Okay. We'll get it next time. You can get it in the US too. Oh, there's some foods are that was my wedding cake. Ooh. Did you have like a really big one? Maybe?
A giant Castella?
Yeah. I mean, they come in blocks, so
I don't know what the rules of Castella are. Like if they have to be it's like the consistency of it, or like
I think
are they never frosted?
They're never frosted. Oh. Ooh, 3 tiers of fruit. Actually, it can be frosted. If you want to put frosting on the top with fruit in it, maybe is what I'm imagining. It's just kind of like a really dense pound cake, sponge cake. It's definitely like more like a pound cake.
That makes me hungry.
And I mean, yeah, we're talking about food as you demolish all of our cookies that we just baked.
Yes, we've baked cookies
right before this episode, and he's eating all of them.
Quiet.
Where's my cookie?
Eat one.
I'm talking.
I'll talk and you can eat.
Well, let's see. Well, Castella cake, it's not even like a Japanese company, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah, what else is really popular in Japan, but not in not elsewhere? Like Haagen-Dazs is super popular too. Oh, have y'all read Kitchen Princess? Oh man, I feel like I read that a long time ago, but I don't remember it anymore. Maybe.
No, I have trash taste, so.
Aw.
Actually, I've never engaged in a cooking show or a cooking manga, specifically. You know what my kind of like, not my problem, but like what I always notice with cooking shows is that it's never enough to be just about food. It always has to go hand in hand with like, you know, some tournament or like some underlying thing. Right? I mean, a cooking show is pretty close to just being about the food.
That's true.
It's pretty close.
It is a side story though.
Yeah, you know, like when in like real cooking shows, there's like this tendency for cooking shows to need like a certain edge to them to be interesting. Like, oh, we're gonna have an asshole chef rate your stuff at the end, or we're gonna eliminate somebody from this tournament if they can't cook well enough.
That's true.
But you know, like that's there's like Great British Bake Off, which like doesn't try to be like a dick to any of its contestants. And that's its whole thing. It's like, oh, it's just about how well they did on the food and how well it's presented. It has nothing to do with like the competition, or it has nothing to do with like creating false drama.
Yeah,
and like
that's
kind of like that's kind of like an ideal that it's hard to put into anime, but it sounds like a good ideal to have, to be just about making food. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. I can see that.
Of course, with like fiction, you're going to need to have like
a goal or
a
some
goal.
Kind of
you need characters. You need drama.
Well, I'm looking at Kitchen Princess. I think I read it a long time ago. Maybe not all of it though. It says on Wikipedia, it follows a teenage girl who searches for her flan prince, a boy who rescued her from drowning as a young girl.
Flan?
And brought a little happiness to her life after her parents' death. Damn, that's dark. She's got that dark backstory you have to unlock.
Do you think she was like, I'll never have flan until I meet him again?
Nah, I could believe she'd eat flan.
It's just too good.
I just imagine
parents' death.
It's just dang
over it. Flan.
I can imagine it'd be like the flan isn't like his flan, you know, like that Noctis in Final Fantasy 15. Like it's not right, you know. Does that not make sense?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just like there's like, you know, nostalgia with food, and sometimes you just can't recreate the same kind of food.
Nostalgia with food.
Yeah, like meals and stuff like that. Kitchen Princess got into that's pretty good that they actually touch upon something important.
True that.
And relevant to the series too, I assume. Trying to think of what are things about food.
You know?
Yeah.
What I thought would be awesome, and then like I had it and it was like not that awesome.
What?
Sushi.
Yeah.
For some reason, I had like sushi like on a pedestal in my brain from like anime. Like, oh man, sushi, king of food. It's gonna taste amazing.
Well, it's not.
And then I had it, and it's like, it's good.
Yeah, I
enjoy sushi quite a bit.
People ask me that too. Like, how was the sushi in Japan? And to be honest, I never went anywhere with like fancy sushi.
I did.
Oh, I didn't. But like I had sushi a couple times when I was in Japan, and it's good. I didn't think it was like super great though.
I agree.
Like it's definitely, you know, a good quality. Like even just the common conveyor belt sushi. Oh, that's kind of fun. Yeah. And it's not too expensive.
My parents just actually never ordered sushi when I was a kid. Actually, the first time I had sushi was in college.
Wow, it's pretty late. I had Costco sushi a lot as a kid. You know, California rolls. It was a lot better back then. And then my brother-in-law took us to a sushi place, and my parents were like, hell yeah. I also recommend Enclosed Called Fat if y'all want some serious josei drama related to food. Ooh.
You know a lot of food-related manga.
Are you perhaps a chef?
Yeah, are you a professional chef?
Please send some food over in these trying times. But yeah, food. There's a lot of food series out there. There's that like pan one too, with like the word bread or pan in the title. Like
I don't know.
I think it's a play on the Japan. Yeah.
What's your favorite pawn? Japan.
No. I'm not. LOL. Well, I'm sure your food taste is really good too.
You know, I had like
what?
I had friends. Actually, we had him on the show. Andre. This is just a funny little like side thing to talk about. But in like college, like we were going on this conversation about like looking at food menus, and I was like, I don't look at food. I was like, I don't look at food menus for fun. Like, and then Andre's like looking on his phone. He's like, I am right now looking at a food menu at this restaurant I've never been to look at their food.
I can kind of see that though. Like I vibe with that. Like before I go to a restaurant, I'm gonna look at the menu and decide like what do I want to eat. Like what are the reviews for it. It's kind of fun to look at.
It's fine to look at the reviews, but like like out of boredom, like opening a random restaurant's menu, that's like what?
Only if I'm planning to eventually go there, you know, like maybe in a month or something like that. I think it's okay. It's kind of like, I don't know, like my parents like to go look at open houses, you know, back when we could. Like even though they weren't gonna buy a house, they just wanted to go look at houses for like just interest. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. Just fun to look at it, go around, just like take a peek. But for food, then it makes me really tempted, and like I have to go eat it if it looks good. Thank you. Yes, I also vibe with Andre. It's 3 versus 1.
Yeah, I've lost. Yeah. I've actually in that conversation there was also another person, and they were like, "Yep, I look at food menus too, just for fun." And I'm like, "What? Am I alone in this world?"
Sometimes
is my relationship with food just not as strong?
Maybe. Sometimes I like to just judge their menu design too, though. Like sometimes I look at it and I'm like, "Damn, this sucks." And other times I'm like, you have too many options.
I rarely go to a store and I'm like, nice menus. You know, they're mostly crap.
Yeah, but sometimes there's like a mood that they come with. Like if you go to like a Chinatown restaurant and like there's like spelling mistakes, you kind of know it's legit.
This is true.
Like in some sense, it looks bad, but it's like hell yeah, this is accurate. I love looking at specialty Korean foods. Oh yeah, I kind of do too. I still don't know how to pronounce a lot of Korean foods. Like that.
Bulgogi.
Other than that one, the rice cake one. I had it in Japan. It was really
Japchae?
good. No, these sorts of like tteokbokki, I think.
Oh, tteokbokki.
Yeah, it was. We had it as a goodbye party for one of my coworkers. We went to a Korean restaurant. Not the best place because he actually can't have spicy food. But it was good. Also really popular in Japan, I think. A good amount of Korean food. Those Korean cheese dogs, though, they're not really Korean, are they?
Korean cheese dogs?
Yeah.
I guess they are.
Or do they just like originate? Like someone in Korea made it? Like, there's a lot of Korean cheese dog trucks and like food booths.
Actually, you know, you're right. I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Yeah, I haven't seen them here.
Okay,
in the US.
so a Korean cheese dog, according to Japan, is like a kind of like a mozzarella stick with the outside being like either just breading or like potato bits. Yeah, that's actually potato bits.
It's usually potato bits. I can have some breading like panko on it, and sometimes there's like different miscellaneous toppings on it. But yeah, street food in Korea is wild.
It's time for me to take y'all out.
Please do.
Amen.
Unless you're talking about like an assassination.
That's okay too.
Surprise me, you know?
Street food in Korea is wild. I'm sure it is.
Probably. I don't know that much actually. But yeah, that's like in Harajuku they have this Korean cheese dog everywhere. Yeah, and then like in my workplace there's a food truck with another foreigner who sells them too. Yeah, I was just it is also carbs. All carbs.
You know, on another random tangent, you know what else like anime got me into? Japanese beer.
Oh yeah.
Just from showing me like, here's the silver can with no branding on it. Here's a tall silver can. What is this? And I'm like, I want it.
Ooh, shiny.
Ooh, it makes people. It's cheap. Everyone has it in their fridge, and it makes you feel good. Ooh.
I can't relate. I can't relate when I had like one beer and I got sick the next morning.
Boo. But yes, Asahi Super Dry.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere in anime.
That's true.
Unless you're Sapporo, which is
Sapporo Ichiban.
Kind of weird.
Sapporo is a company.
Less common. It's like the second place. It's like Pepsi.
I don't know. Some people really like it more. I've asked a lot of students.
It's Pepsi.
If
it's like Pepsi to Coke.
Unless you like Pepsi more than Coke, when it's
that's fine. That's fine. I'm talking about pure numbers, you know.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see more Asahi than you're gonna see.
There's one more that's really popular too, right? Sapporo, Asahi, and there's one more. No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I thought there was like 3 beers that were like the top tier.
I guess there's another one, but I didn't try them.
I don't know, but I remember I used to ask my students which one they preferred, and it was actually a lot of them actually said Sapporo more, but they were also like, yeah, well, this town's really close to like the Sapporo like factory, so you can go get free samples and stuff. So I had like a bias in my my not my food sample in my statistics group. Yeah, a lot of them were like, oh yeah, I'm from this place that makes sake, so that's what I like. And I was like, oh.
Anime certainly turned me towards alcoholic beverages, even more so than like my peers.
Interesting.
You know, you
peer
see
pressure.
You see those commercials about like, oh, would you follow your friends off a cliff? Like, don't drink or whatever. You know, like PSAs. There should be a PSA that's like, we know it looks hella good in this anime, and that lady just drank it and she went right after.
Yeah, that's true.
But don't have Asahi Super Dries until you're 21.
Or 20 in Japan.
20 in Japan. Oh my god. I was not of age when I left the U.S. on my first vacation to Japan because I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I arrived in Japan, I was the legal age because the legal age is 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Asahi Super Dries at the Konbini. They don't even check your
true.
age at the store. You could just they just look at you. They're like, we're not sure, and then they have a screen next to the cashier, and it says like, we're unable to verify your age. Please press this button if you're at least 20.
I don't think it's even they're not sure. It's just a requirement that you just press it.
Yeah, but I mean, even then the little subtitle says like, we're not sure.
It says that, you know. But yeah,
but they don't care. They're always going to push it. They're always going to push the button, and then you push the button.
I think they always have to, anyways. But yeah, it's just like, are you 18? And you're like, yes. Or are you 20?
Yeah.
In Japan, and like, yes.
Like,
and
enjoy the booze.
Basically, yeah. Drinking is super big in Japan. I think some people know that based on like cultural things or anime, but like, it's really big. Also, cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
I mean, I guess in Asia it's still really big. But I was like, wow, I didn't expect to see so many drunk people like, everywhere.
You're going to see drunk people everywhere in the world.
I know, but like...
There's nowhere... You can't escape.
It's more out there in Japan, you know?
No.
Like, I see drunk people at the train station all the time. But here, it's not like I'm outside as often.
You don't go to the train station.
That's true, not here. So maybe
I never saw drunk people on BART?
No, I did see some guy throw up on BART before. That's true. But I mean, like tipsy people tripping over themselves, their friends all leaning on each other, and it's like, yeah, I was just
we're
like,
more
whoa.
Spread out, you know. You don't really see that in concentration.
Yeah, but I think you see it more in concentration in Japan, at least because I had to take the train everywhere, so like you see a lot more of that.
Yeah, you saw it firsthand when I threw up in a bag at a train station.
Oh yeah. You don't want to give me I don't want to remember that.
All right, yeah, long story short, drink closer to home.
Yes, please do.
Don't go drinking 2 hours away.
People are really nice though. They gave us bags and tissues and stuff. But we did have to take a cab for the rest of the way home that night, and that sucked. But
it was fun.
Yeah, well, just know that Japan's taxi rates is the second highest in the world after Switzerland. So if you want to save your money, don't do it. Mm-hmm. But it's cool, yeah. Is there any snack food you'd still want from Japan?
Snacks?
Yeah. They have a lot of small snacks that you don't get here.
Honey butter chips.
You can still get that here.
Well, I mean, you can get any snack then.
Well,
if that's what your qualification is.
I mean, like, we don't have, like, Galbi here, you know?
You can totally get it somewhere.
Okay, that's true. But I haven't seen it, you know?
But I mean, you can still get it.
It's true.
So it's like, what's the qualification? Like, it's mostly in Japan?
Like convenience store snacks.
Oh, I like what are those? Chocolates.
The small ones? Like the bite-sized chocolates?
Ghana?
Oh, Ghana chocolate.
Latte Ghana?
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah, it's true. Ghana chocolates. Oh, the chocolate biscuit cookies. It has like a French name, but my coworker, that was like his only like sweet snack he would have. But he had it like every day, like a box of them. And they're really good. And they don't taste like they're bad either. Food quality in Japan's overall pretty high.
Mm-hmm. You know what we didn't talk about of that's always in anime?
What?
Pocky.
Oh yeah.
Pocky is one of the first things you see when you watch like an anime. And the cross between anime and food, Pocky is often there.
Pocky, ramen. But yeah, I guess Pocky's it's easier to get. It's cheaper too. Pocky.
Yeah, plus you can be cuter with it, you know, you can like play with it in your mouth.
Oh, the Pocky game.
Play with a ramen.
Yeah.
Play with a spoon of like hot broth.
Unless you do the Kaguya-sama episode where she eats ramen.
You're right. Or the Amagami episode where they becomes ramen. That
was weird. Pocky Day happened. Yeah, it was last week. Pocky Day.
Pocky Day.
Sorry, I slurred.
Did you say Pocky Gay?
No, I said Pocky Day. Pocky is not gay.
Hold that
you want it to be,
Roll
I guess.
that back.
I really like to see Pocky Day art though. It's cute. Mm-hmm. What?
I'm just trying to think about Pocky that I've seen in anime.
There's a lot more flavors.
It's always like cute girls doing cute things, like slowly nomming on a Pocky. Meanwhile, I'm like shoving an entire stick in my mouth. I'm like, Or like 2 bites, you like bite all the way in, you leave like 1/4 of the chocolate left, you eat that piece, and then you eat the last biscuit part with like a little 1/4 of chocolate left on it.
It's very specific.
Strats. Speed run strats.
I just nibble on it,
And also, you like for the biscuit part, you leave it in your mouth for a little longer so it becomes like moist. And you're not just eating dry biscuit.
I don't mind.
You monster.
Okay. Well, one time I accidentally melted like a whole box of Pocky. This was when I was little, so I thought it would be okay if I just put it in the fridge. And then later it ended up being like a huge 11
Gigapock.
Yeah. It was like 11 sticks clumped together, and I just had to like chew on it like a mozzarella stick.
The pock. Meanwhile, there's like the biscuit stuck in it like rebar and concrete.
Yeah. I eat 4 at once for carbo loads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a strat, yeah.
4 packs, I feel it.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking 4 sticks at once.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to amp it up a little bit.
I mean, there's not a lot per pack.
Yeah, I'm usually... Pocky's not for filling up. It's for like tasting chocolate and then playing stupid games like the Pocky game.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever played the Pocky game?
Yeah, we did it in our anime club, didn't we?
Yeah, but do you remember who I played it with?
No.
Oh.
I know, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. What's another...
You'd be surprised.
Food. Well, chips are really popular.
Yeah, I just said honey butter chips.
Oh, there's also the Kit Kats. Can't forget the Kit Kats.
Kit Kats.
The specialty Kit Kats. Some of them are actually pretty good, and some of them are mediocre.
Oh. Sometimes you see this in anime, but I personally don't like it. Okonomiyaki. Not a fan.
Well, it's because it has mayo on it.
Mayo.
But I like it. I've only had it twice because sometimes I just don't really feel like it. But it's pretty good. It's solid. I think it's kind of funny that some people call it like a pizza. It's definitely more like a pancake to me.
Monja.
Or like an omelet than like pizza. Mm-hmm. But there's different kinds of okonomiyaki, so maybe that's why. I've only had the northern kind. Mm-hmm.
The north?
Like Tokyo okonomiyaki versus like the Hiroshima okonomiyaki.
It's a spin-off of Korean. I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
Pajan? No, I'm totally off, aren't I?
I don't know.
I can see that though. Yeah, it's very
inspired.
Different. Yeah, it's inspired. Definitely not like I think as original in Japan, but it's still good. I've had some in Berkeley.
More akin to pancake.
See, but I read something online. It was like it's a pizza. I felt personally attacked.
You don't typically think pancakes are savory, you know?
I do.
Ew.
Well, I'm not safe.
Okay, well, I'm a little more Americanized than you.
Yeah, I mean, not like.
And for me, pancakes like, syrup and butter.
Well, oh no, my family's like, what's butter?
What the hell is butter? Your parents must be like, how the hell are we using so much butter these days? This pack of butter would have lasted us a year.
Yeah, basically.
It's lasted one night.
Think of chicken and waffle. That's more waffles, so good. I did not get to have any of the Japanese souffle pancakes.
Oh yeah,
I missed out.
What do you call it? Waffle pancakes.
Yeah, souffle pancakes.
Yeah, the super super soft jiggly pancakes that you see on Facebook,
on Instagram.
You know, and then it's always like, let me go on a quick rant about annoying Facebook videos. You know, it's always like, you remember Now This? Do you remember that page?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still see it sometimes.
It's always like two colored fonts on the subtitles, you know, like it's all like white font and then like the important keyword is in green. So it's like, take a look at this pancake made in Japan. And then it's like, everybody who's had this has said they're soft, and it's just so grating, you know.
It's easy to watch.
That's the whole point. It's like easy to get the visual information, but it's so annoying.
I do pause and like watch it for half a minute.
It makes me feel like I have like they think I have like 100 IQ, you know. They're like, here, take a look at this video, and it's like, come on, just
I
want to see the pancake. Don't make me feel like a baby. I'm a big boy.
What bothers me about those videos is they never have enough film, and it just
loops some.
It
right?
loops, and I'm really annoyed about that. I'm like, no, don't keep it going if you're out of film. Like, I've already seen this clip. There's nothing more you can show me.
Yeah. And, you know, they're pretty rife with, like, spelling mistakes or, like, you know, just really simple or, like, incorrect grammar.
Something is, like, off, yeah.
Something's off.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Mini now this rant over.
But about food, yeah. I mean, a lot of Japanese food is very aesthetic. Oh, I will say, I think a lot of people should, like, probably know this, but, like, character goods stuff. Like, you go to, like, an anime cafe, and this month it's One Piece themed or, like, something else. All of the ones that I've tried, they weren't very good. Like the One Piece tower.
I like the One Piece tower.
Oh, I did not like my One Piece tower choice.
You chose poorly.
Yeah, I'm not good at picking food.
You always choose poorly.
Yeah, I do.
You're always like, I'm ready to try something new.
Sometimes it's good.
I look at your choice and I'm like, girl.
Sometimes it's pretty good. But sometimes I'm like, it's really it's really just for the character merchandise you get for eating there. Which, it's kind of worth it because it's really limited edition, but sometimes I'm like, I'll just order it from someone else online.
There's like, you know, there's like unspoken rules of like menu ordering that you follow, you know, like don't pick anything that has like way too many words in it.
Okay.
Especially like fruit mixes or whatever. If there's too many words, like don't even bother. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I think it was like the Nami pancake. It was too sweet and I couldn't eat all of it.
You know, I had the Frankie root beer. The Frankie Cola, which was huge.
Oh yeah, you were like, holy moly!
I was like, oh.
It was American sized.
It was Frankie sized. I had the burger.
Well,
I had the burgers, I think.
Karaage has lived to its expectations, though.
Karaage has definitely lived to its expectations.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with fried chicken. Have you ordered from machines before in Japan?
All the time.
Oh yeah, from machines.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Ticket machines.
Right. Yeah.
Ramen places. It's commonplace.
It's pretty common. I think it helps with making things easier for people too. You just give them the ticket, and that's about it.
Yep. It speeds up processes.
Yeah. I also like family style restaurants in Japan. Having a bell, like not like a bell, but like a
call button.
A call button is nice. I literally one night with some coworkers, like we spent like half an hour just sitting there chatting before like we actually ordered, and that was kind of fine. They were like, whatever. It was late at night too, but it's nice that it's not like someone comes by and, are you guys ready to order? You know, I kind of get bothered by that, especially when it's like rude, like the minute you walk in.
Hey, I'm Christine. I'm gonna be your server tonight. The specials are our special steak. It's charbroiled, double-sided. What can I get started for you?
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know, in Japan, it's like, beep.
Hi, we'd like this.
Yeah, it's like, okay, points at menu. This and this. And they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And then leave.
You know what I didn't realize for a while, like until later, when I ordered with some other friends and coworkers, is that usually one person in the group repeats the order for everyone. Like you have one person take all like the group orders, and then that person tells the waiter or waitress. So sometimes when like you ordered something and then you would stop, and then I would have to be like, oh, but I'm also gonna order this thing. They're used to having just one person do all the talking, so I didn't know that until like 7 months in.
Oh, I just kind of went with it whenever it happened.
Yeah, but like I wasn't until like I met someone else from the UK who studied before, and I was like, oh, thanks for ordering for us, and he's like, oh yeah, isn't that normal? And I was like, oh, is it?
I mean, I've seen it in the US too. It's more like a personal preference thing, really.
That's true, but it just seemed like it's a lot more common in Japan to do that. Ooh, have y'all seen Tampopo?
Isn't that a movie? That's like a real action movie, I think.
I definitely heard the name before. Tampopo.
I think it's about a ramen guy, or a guy who makes ramen.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I was thinking of Tamako Market for a moment, too.
Oh, Tamago Market. I think Josh would appreciate the cinematic choices. I appreciate you telling me that. I should probably see this thing in full. I mean, I've heard about it.
Have you not seen it?
No.
I feel like... No,
I think it's an older movie. Not older, but like...
I think I have seen it.
You've seen it?
Well, the name is like really strong in my memory. I'm like, someone's talked to me a lot about this before. Maybe it's not you then, but
Not me.
or my brother maybe. But yeah.
Your brony-chan.
Please stop. One time my brother was like, "Why don't you ever call me Oni-chan?" I looked at him and I was like, "Aniki." I was like, "Screw that." Dandelion.
It's a series.
The series?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Isn't Dandelion also a bakery in Japan?
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a Dandelion bakery, right? Oh no, Dandelion chocolate. That's what I was thinking of, which they also have in Japan, in the Tokyo area. I don't know if there's anything else we can say about food. We kind of went a lot longer than I expected.
Yeah. It's we can.
Are there? Oh yeah, there's one last question, I guess.
Sure.
Are there any food scenes that stick out to you in anime?
Yeah, in JoJo when
Oh, the pasta.
he's eating a cherry or something or tomato.
What? They really went for
he's
it.
He's like.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I have seen it. Yeah, you showed me it before.
I think I showed it to you.
I was thinking of the pasta moment in JoJo, where it's like two guys like in an Italian restaurant trying to like, one up the other guy. I don't even know which part of JoJo that's from. No, actually, I think of the scene from Hunter x Hunter where they have like a cooking trial to go through.
A cooking trial.
It's in the early parts of Hunter x Hunter where like they have to progress to the next stage. And their challenge for that one is cooking. So like one of them's like, you have to get me this special like egg. There's two people, and the other one was like, make me sushi. And then like only one guy knew how to make sushi, and he spoiled it for everyone by accident because of his pride. But yeah, I don't know, something about that moment just like stuck out to me because I think it wasn't what I expected from that series at first.
I feel it.
Because it's like an action-y, and then suddenly it's like, make food. And they're like, what? We're not killing people? They're like, nah, just make us some food.
There was a scene in the very beginning of Spirited Away when her parents are eating. They're eating at the counter, and they're like, oh my god, all this free food.
Right.
And they turn into pigs.
That scared me.
I was like looking at it when I was a kid, and I was like, I'm both scared, but like, this feels deep. Like, it's about their sin, it's about gluttony.
As you're holding that rolled up Post-it, I felt like I'm gonna be like, hit blunt.
It's blunt. Yeah, I'm like playing with a piece of paper, and it's rolled up as a joint would be.
It's Post-it though. Post-it note.
A blunt is a thicker type of wrap using tobacco kind of
grass?
Paper lining. No, okay, a joint is like paper.
Like a cigarette.
But it's more like a blunt is more like cigar paper. Tougher, heavier. You can get like accents in there.
That sounds terrible to me.
Joint.
Okay, it's joint. I recommend Pixie Pop. It's about a girl who gains powers from drinking certain types of liquids, and it's super cute. That sounds fun. Sounds like a Hero Academia character, actually.
A quirk.
Well, because we do have someone who eats food and gains a food power, right?
That's true.
But that is kind of cool. I read a story kind of like that when I was in middle school for a class project. Pretty neat. Yeah, Ghibli food. I always think of Calcifer doing the bacon and eggs. People like that scene a lot.
Ooh,
yeah, the sizzle. That's what it is. It's like very cartoony and yet recognizable. Whereas like Makoto Shinkai and like the other like miso companies or food companies are doing anime commercials, it's very like realistic but like prettier than real life. But they kind of blend together a little bit because they're all going for that same style now.
They make green onions look hella good.
Right? I mean, I like green onions. Not like you have to eat it with other food, but oh yeah. Oh, the fish pie from Kiki. The bread in Kiki's delivery.
From the bakery.
Yeah. I mean, because she works at the bakery, right?
Yeah.
The bread always looks so good. I mean, French bread does too. But sometimes, like, I just don't want dry bread.
I do.
I know you love bread. Carbs. I like carbs too. But, like, sometimes I just don't want a croissant.
How dare you?
And it's everywhere in Japan. So sometimes I'm kind of limited to like croissant or onigiri.
Carb 1?
A carb 2. Yeah. I'm like, Asian
Well, I
carb,
always
Western carb. Yeah, sometimes they're just dry to me.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Carl Weezer says croissant. Croissant.
All right. Well, there's not much else I can say about food unless you have any questions.
No, that's about it. Okay. Shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the recommendations. I'll look into it. Pixie Pop.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us and this talk about anime food, and it kind of extended into a regular Japanese food discussion.
Yeah, if you guys ever have any thoughts or questions about it, feel free to ask or let us know. I mean, we were only there for like a year, and I mean, I feel like that gives you a pretty good sense of food culture there, but it'd be cool to learn and hear about like more places and things. Like, what's special in your place or your hometown? All right. Well, what are we going to talk about on Saturday?
Series Saturday. I picked the last one, didn't I?
No, I picked it.
No, you picked it. Okay, then I have to pick a series to review. Let's do Noragami. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, that's true. We both know it. Okay. It has some good points.
Something. Let's go.
That's the second opening.
Yeah, I don't remember the first one anymore.
I remember it, but we'll talk about it more on Saturday.
All right, so Noragami review next this Saturday. A little to like Japanese folklore. A little fantasy fiction. Yep.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for listening. If you missed an episode, you can check us out on YouTube. I'm re-uploading our older episodes over time. And don't forget to follow our social media when you can. Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Especially Instagram.
Yes. Twitter has a new weird update. Maybe I'll try using it more, even though no one likes it. They're doing stories now on Twitter. All right. Well, have a good night. Take care.
All right. Have a good one.